discuss. Based in New Zealand. They been manufacturing aluminium boats for it's got nearly 30 years now. So let's just quickly go on the about bit. So Mclay, this is the bloke Mclay. They're based in on the South Island of New Zealand, and I do know there's another company in New Zealand who's been exporting boats across to Europe, and I think they're called Extreme Boats. One thing I'll say about the boats built in New Zealand, they are extremely well made. You've got to give credit where credit's due. These boats are absolutely fantastic. This boat here, this is a new version of my first boat, which was a Mclay 565. I paid about £15,000 for it, and I bought it in Auckland, and I drove it down to the South Island when I was living there. So this is. So he talks about Mclay boats, safety, they're a boat designed to be on the plane. They're well made. They're quite heavy. The hull, I think, is about 5 mil on the sort of the 18-foot version. So he builds boats for all sorts, for commercial, mainly pleasure. He'll do a 4 mil hull, a 5 mil, or 6 mil hull. He can do custom build boats as well. So I won't go into it too much, but bear in mind he just focuses on the boats, and he sources packages with like Mercury or Yamaha, are the main boats. So the 5-year hull warranty. So let's just dive in. Boats. We'll start off with the Sportsman series. Sportsman, start again. Where are you, Sportsman? Here it is, Sportsman. Let's start with the 571. See the length 565. This is my boat. This is the one I had. I had a 2006 model. So there's the weight, just over a ton. Transom height. Horsepower code 90 to 115. I had a 115 on mine, and bugger, that was quick. So 55,000 with a package with a 92 stroke. That's a 2-stroke. Really want the 4-stroke. So anyway, let's just dive in. This is what you got. Weld on sort of a keel plate here, if you want to beach it on the sand, so you save you scuffing it up. There's a buoyancy chamber inside there. There's a various series of plugs you have to put in. This one's got a canopy and a rocket launcher on the backlet. 4 rods. That looks like a 4-stroke one. You've got a hatch at the front here. The anchor chain and anchors is in this unit here. There's your tie off just there. And there's your bow thruster, canopy, and he's getting pretty close to those breakers there. But yes, a nice boat. It's very beamy, very quick. Sort of a boat, nicely well made. Gorgeous. This one's got a live well tank. I had one of those, not the screen. I just had one like this. I just filled a bit of live baits in there. Your battery box goes in there. This is your bait cutting board. Places to put your gaffs and your nets and your boat hooks and things like that. Petrol tank is built in underneath this floorboard here. And I think you fill up around the other side. Lovely seats, bit of not enough area to sleep up there, but I used to sleep just on the deck on mine. Rod rests in here as well. Nice dash. You've got some sort of carpeted dash there. So things like drinks holders, conformity, how many people you can have on board, and stuff like that. It's built-in SIM-RAD on this one. Fish finder GPS. Very nicely made. Do have to, they can take a few knocks and bangs, but they will dent. So you've got to be very careful with them. But it will still take some scuffs. It's pretty strong. It's coated in like a Nylac coating, which prevents it from excessive UV over there. Obviously, trailer there. Look, Toko trailers. I had one of them as well. They're very nice. I'd go very well made trailers. He gets them built in separately from somewhere not so far by. He just does the boat, but he'll do the whole package. Have it all tank test the the engine for you. There's your fuel there. You fill up your fuel there. A reverse seat there for somebody, and you can hop in, hop off on there, and that's pretty much the Sportsman 571. What else is it? Compersalizer. Let's go back to boats. What we got here? There's a slightly smaller version there, slightly bigger version 591. Let's have a look at that one. Picture quality's not so good. And that, so let's lose that. Let's lose that. Let's try the 551. 48, so this is the same price again. Yeah, that's nice pictures. See, that's about 17 feet. So again, a very fast boat. So you don't want to spend so much money. What's slightly smaller engine, you probably get away with a 60 on that. And 17 feet, a little bit easier if it's just you. I'd probably recommend something like that. But it is nice to have a slightly bigger one. The 18 foot and the 2.2 beam. There's plenty of room on this, mind. You've got a little dive ladder, look. An 80 on there. That'd be super quick. That's a nice little package, that is. Messing about in boats. So it's a bit more. So here's not got a built-in tank, you see. It's just got external fuel tanks, which works fine. It's got no lids on here. So this is sort of a different style of packaging you can get, you see. A bit cheaper. $551. Very nice. Very, very nice, he says. There's even a sort of smaller version there. You can get a hardtop version, but with the hardtop, that's going to catch the wind. And an aluminium boat, that is going to, if you're into drift fishing, that's a nightmare. So you'd have to have a drogue out with that. Crossover series, look, they do a slightly different. They do some sort of ones with some bigger sort of canopies, look. Let's have a look at these. These are really expensive. It's just over 20 foot, 200. Christ almighty. They're seriously good boats. Yeah, it's very boaty, New Zealand. It's quite normal for people to have the house, the boat, the caravan, the 4x4, you name it, over there. They're quite a privileged lifestyle over there. Not a big population, but boy, they got their toys. Crossover tanks, look. The fishing's pretty good as well. Also, Fortress series, they do the slightly sort of a 461. This is a nice little boat. Let's have a look. Yeah, a nice little run around. Look, I looked at one of them. What's this? 591. Yeah, centre console sort of version. Look. That's a nice little boat. Very nice. Very nice. And then they go on to these bigger sort of versions. 571. Let's have a look at this. What's the one for that? 81,000. That's just for the boat. Yeah, it's got 250 on it. So you get cabin with that. Yeah, lockable cabin. I mean, over there they go away for like the Christmas holidays. They'll just live on the boat for like 2 or 3 weeks. What's this one here? Let's have a look at this slightly smaller one. That's a cruiser. Pictures are a bit jaded. Let's give it some, so we can find a better. This is the 8-metre one. 350 horsepower there. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, Mclay 851. Look at that. Stern drive. There you go. Raptor series. What's this? So they've got this this design look where they have a wheel, have the trailer. Well, they have it on a trailer, but then if you want to launch it off the beach, you can press a button and these wheels come out from the hull. Can you believe that? And so you can remote control it down to the water's edge, go right in the water, press the button as it's in the water, these will come up, this will slide down. See, look, even on land, look. There's the trailer, look. So that's what it's like. Here, it's launching it there, look. Everyone's on board, everyone's ready to go, look. So he's just going to drive it in like that, and then that's all going to close up inside. Can you believe that? Raptor. It's got a fridge, it's got a sink here. 741. That's interesting, isn't it? So there you go. That's the Mclay boats. What's this merchandise? Just have a quick look at this. Oh yeah, you can get the T-shirt. Yeah, and you can buy for extras, rod holders, auxiliary outboard bracket here for your spare. They'll weld that on for you. Standard bait board, they'll order that for you. Upgrade your seats. You can upgrade everything. They do all sorts. They're really quite good, but it comes at a price, as you would imagine. But one thing for sure is the reason why I brought my first boat from them was because I read up a lot about them and I was told they were good. And I looked at a lot of boats before I brought, and that was one of the boats which stood out from a lot of the other boat brands as like leaps and bounds above the rest. And I got mine for quite a good price. And it was quite a good spec. It was a large engine. It hadn't done a lot of hours. I think mine had done about 120 hours or something. It was like how old was it? It was about 9 years old when I brought it, and it hadn't done a lot of, hadn't been used a lot. The owner was an old boy who sort of was just using it every now and again. He'd looked after it, and it was for a good price, you know. And I think he just wanted to sell it for the going rate. A lot of people would have put on a lot more money than that, but he wasn't interested. He just wanted it gone. That was a bloody good boat. Yeah, and that was an outboard. My second boat was a diesel inboard shaft drive, which was nice, but it's something about the speed. But on a slower boat, there's something about just being out there. You know, it just depends what you're into, really. But there you go. Right, I won't run on too much more. Let's have a little look at these. Has there got anything on there? Just little pictures. That's no good. That's no good. So there you go. That's the Mclay guys. Check them out. It's probably a little bit, unrealistic that you'd get one of these in the UK. Because for being brutally honest, you're better off to stick to brands in whichever country you're in, because they're easier to sell on. That's one thing I would say. However, they are shipping 1 or 2 extreme boats over, I notice. they are very expensive. Nicely made, just like this. But if any of you are, I know they get a few of these in Sweden and places like that. But yeah, you just need to sort of, depends what you want. But they are really, really nice. That's all I can say. But selling it on, somebody in the UK would look at that and go, "Oh, what the hell's this?" Do you know what I'm saying? So you might struggle to sell it. That's the only downside of shipping it over. Then you've got the shipping costs and things, which is funny enough. It's not actually that expensive to ship something to the UK. There is quite a lot of options to be able to ship something, and they'd probably do all that for you. But if I'm brutally honest, if you're living in the UK, you probably want to stick to brands like Orkney or Warrior boats or Alaska boats. Traditional sort of ones, and it'd be a lot cheaper to probably do it like that. So yeah, one thing I noticed about New Zealand, they don't get nowhere near the same amount of tide we get. So you find that's where in the UK you get a lot of tide, and it's just a different playground over there, and the sea doesn't get so sort of rough and all sorts. So they're saying that it can get rough in places, but it's you probably want to stick to the UK brands if you're sort of thinking of buying in the UK. But just to let you know that they're out there, because not a lot of people would be aware that they're out there. But they are very nice boats. All right, anyway, I will see you later, guys, and thank